Good evening. Happy Thursday. I did go to gym during the lunchtime, so we just do stretching this evening. On the ground a little bit. Okay. Let's get these things out of here. Okay. Stretching. Ah, all right. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, 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 ah. All right, that should be good. Let's take 5 minutes break, please. Yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. Uh, yeah, beautiful day, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So happy happy Thursday evening. Happy Thursday evening. Welcome to humanology series, and uh I am invited to a Zoom meeting next Tuesday. And they're my friends, so they asked me to sing a song. So I gotta practice. Okay, so let me if you don't mind, let me rehearse here. Okay, so what song? Yeah, of course. I just called to say I love you by Stevie Wonder, but I will only. So I cut some parts because I can only sing for like 2 3 minutes. Okay, so uh, we'll do this every episode until that day. Okay, next Tuesday. Today's Thursday, so then I'll be ready. Yeah, I'm very grateful that some of my friends enjoy my singing. This is kind of comedic anyway. Uh, so you'll be like this, okay? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Honki Lee, and I will run for United States Senate seat from Alaska as a Republican next year. And this is my campaign song. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true. Made up of these three words that I must say to you. I just come to say I love you. I just go to say how much I care. I just come to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. Yeah, it's kind of comedy. It's like, that's what I'm gonna sing, okay? Because the way I sing is it's kind of comedy, okay? It's like not a, like, as a vocalist, not like that. It's more as comedy. Alright, so we'll do this like at the beginning of the episode, okay? So until next Tuesday. So, it'll be funny. Oh boy. Yeah, the mathematics. I'm sorry, I fumbled last night, but I think I got it right this time. Okay, so I kind of woke up early this evening, this morning before went to work. So I grabbed my notebook and pencil, and I worked it out. I think I got it right this time. Okay, it's a work in progress, right? But I think I got it right this time. Okay, so I need some vocal rest. So we'll take 5 minutes break, and then we'll get back to the mathematics. Okay, yeah, alpha algebra, infinite algebra. Okay, so yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I went to the gym during the lunchtime. I think I spent about like 20 minutes. Did some cardio, like the indoor bicycle and just pedaling. And when I go to gym, I'm not committed to making muscle. To me, gym time is relaxation and fun time. So I just do one round, about 20, 30 reps, and then I move to different machine. I exercise for fun. Yeah. So it's not exactly workout for me. I'm not working when I'm in the gym. No. It's more a fun out, not workout, fun out. Okay, so all right, so yeah, sorry for fumbling yesterday, but I think we got it right this time. Okay, this is decent. I wrote down this part after the episode. Okay, uh, so ratio test. I looked it up. It's about convergence of a series. Yeah, D'Alembert. He came up with that ratio test. D'Alembert is yet another lawyer slash mathematician. Okay, so he's also encyclopedist with Diderot, right? Yeah, back in 1700s. So when they were expressing their controversial ideas, they expressed their ideas in some obscure entry that nobody would read. Okay, the main entry, the big topic, they didn't express their idea there because they were kind of hiding their kind of revolutionary ideas. Okay, controversial ideas. So I remember learning about that when I was in high school in South Korea, or maybe it was middle school. This another mathematician slash lawyer I recently read about. His name is uh, V. Francois Viette, famous for uh, algebraic equation and also calculation of pi as an infinite series. Okay, so Francois Viette, he was also a mathematician, also lawyer too. Okay, like probably like 1700s, I think. No, 1500s. Okay, Francois Viette. Okay. Hmm. Uh, so D'Alembert, the ratio test is not about. It's not. We are doing something slightly different. We are inspired by D'Alembert ratio test, but traditional ratio test is about convergence of infinite series. Okay, we are inspired by that, but we are not doing the same thing here. Okay, what we are doing here is to express the distinction between different kinds of infinity. Okay, and that topic is covered by modern day computer scientists, big O notation. Okay, yeah, I love that. So, big O notation is this. Okay, so it simplifies the order of magnitude. Okay, big O notation. Why? But this is the dominant, the fastest infinity. All the others, they're slower than x squared. So all the lesser terms, slower terms, you just eliminate them. Okay. Now, in alpha algebra, we're going to formalize this and also formalize this. Okay? Using ratio test. Kinda. Okay, so it's like this. First, definition. Alpha, unit infinity, okay? Now, therefore, forget about the middle term, okay? Square root of alpha, go to the other side. Okay? Therefore, alpha multiply to 1, okay? So, okay? Now, so that's the idea, okay? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. In a nutshell. All right. Next, you got this, right? Yeah, easy. We're comparing different kinds of infinity. That's what we're doing, okay? So, we want to find out what kind of infinity this is, all right? Is it bigger than or less than square root of alpha? That's not that very obvious, is it? Not to me, at least. Okay. And we conduct ratio test. Okay? Therefore, this means therefore. Okay. Thus, hence. Okay? Yeah, that's alpha algebra. Okay. So it this one is faster than square root of alpha. Okay. Now, so you got this, right? Okay. Is it bigger or less than alpha? Ratio test. Therefore, that's strange, right? But that's infinite algebra. It is strange because and it uh, jives with go along with it's kind of the backward compatibility. Big O notation is well it's established algebra. Okay, in computer science and also in mathematics nowadays. Okay, it's they call it complexity analysis, like how efficient this algorithm is. Okay, yeah. So divergence, we are dealing with divergence. We are not dealing with the convergence. Okay, so in computer science, it make is a big deal, very important when distinguishing between two divergences to measure efficiency of this algorithm. Okay. Okay. So like this goes along with the big O notation of x minus square root of x. That's big O of x. Why? Because x is the dominant in current infinity. Okay, so square root of x you can ignore it. Okay. Now next, is it bigger or smaller than log natural of alpha logarithm? Okay, let's see. Here we have to use L'Hopital's rule. Okay, L'Hopital's. Well, we know by now alpha minus square root of alpha, that's just alpha, right? And using L'Hopital's rule, d alpha, that's one, right? Now d ln alpha, d alpha, that's like one of alpha, right? And that's alpha, which is more than one. Okay, so therefore, okay, yeah, this is not obvious at all. All right, yeah, so this alpha algebra is something really cool. Right? We are not using like limit x go to infinity. That's yeah, it's at least better, more efficient notational convention. At least, okay, at least. We do we do one more and we'll take a break. Okay, so okay, we'll do one more and we'll take a break. You got this, right? Let me take a picture of this. This is kind of important. Hmm? We formalize alpha algebra. Well, we have to start from like definition and axioms and right. Yeah, it's brand new algebra. Okay, so based on what's already known. Okay, so it's not too new, but still fairly new. Okay, so with one more, I will take a break. Alpha is not a constant. Alpha is a variable. It's infinity variable. It's just unit infinity. It's an infinity variable. It's just unit infinity. Okay, so it's not a constant. It's a variable. Okay? That's why we can do. differentiation in terms of alpha. Okay. Oh shoot. Differentiation. L'Hopital's rule. Yeah, differentiate upstairs, downstairs. Okay. Because there's infinity over infinity type, right? So okay. Equals to infinity, so that's more than one, right? So therefore, okay. Yeah. Whew. At least it simplifies in terms of notational convention. Okay, because we are not using limit lim x go to infinity every single time. We are trying to help mathematicians. Okay, whether they take this or not, well, it's up to them. It's their freedom. If they want to stick to the old traditional inefficient method, let them. It's their freedom. Take it or leave it, right? Yeah. Will I write this down, type this up one day? Will I write this down in this economics paper? I don't think so. Why? This is something else. All right. So will I write this down and publish it one day? I might, but I'm publishing right here. Okay. Later in the future, I might type this up if time allows. Okay. But yeah, we just have too many important things to write about. So mathematics, will I ever write mathematics paper? I might, but I I'd rather put it in the back burner. Okay, why? Because mathematical paper is more difficult for me to write. Right? It takes more energy. So mathematics is important, okay, but I'd rather write about some other topics first. All right. So okay, let's take 5 minutes break, okay, and then we'll build some foundation for alpha algebra, just infinite algebra. Okay, so starting with definition, we already have it. Now we're gonna establish some fundamental axioms. That's what how well, there are different kinds of algebras. Okay, so You start with definition and set of axioms. Okay, so that's how algebra works. Okay, so like piano arithmetic or set theory, blah blah blah. Right? Yeah, yeah. We take 5 minutes and build some foundation for this. Okay, so it is powerful, right? Yeah. Okay, let's take 5 minutes. We got this. Okay, we got this right this time. So okay. Oh, Okay. Foundation. All right. Let's take a break from mathematics for a second. Okay. Isn't it nice? Isn't it beautiful? Kind of like cyan, cerulean, light blue, like sky blue, right? Yeah. Springtime is coming, so we just keep it open like that. Curtain. It looks like neon sign. It's very pretty, beautiful. So Uh, let's take a break from mathematics. Okay, so nowadays I don't read the news. Once in a while I do, but yeah, whenever I see it, yeah, it's too much negativity there. So I spend more time in Wikipedia. Okay, yeah, history, literature. That's what I used to read about. Nowadays I read about like um animals and plants, like seashells in my spare time. Okay. Also, sometimes it's all random wiki surfing, Wikipedia, wiki surfing. About 3 months ago, I read this news article when I was reading news back in the days. Maybe 5 months ago. There was this South America drifters. Maybe they tried to come to United States illegally. Okay, so they built some primitive with trees, wooden boat, and they was stranded in an island in Caribbean Sea, right? Or you could have been Gulf of Mexico, somewhere like that. Okay, so American Coast Guard they spot them and they rescue them. So did they become naturalized citizen of United States? I don't know. So they were stranded in this uninhabited island, and they ate conch. So I was like, "What is conch?" So I looked it up. Yeah, it's the shellfish, sea snail, right? Yeah, yeah, they are edible. Yeah. Had I ever eaten it? It's like snail with shell, sea shellfish, sea snail. It's pretty big. It's as big as like this. Okay, about size of a fist. Okay. Yeah. Have I eaten it before? Yes, yes. Where? In Seoul, South Korea. Well, it was Incheon, which is like 2 hours west of Seoul, in the Western Sea, Korean Peninsula. Okay. Yeah, when I was a teenager. Yeah, my family would over the weekend drive to Incheon seafood market. Okay. Yeah, conch, sea snail. All right, very delicious. Right, they're very rich in protein and great texture. They're herbivores like snail. All right, and they are edible. Okay. I remember in the fish market, it was outdoors, and also it was a restaurant too. So yeah, grilled shellfish, grilled clams, and conch, the sea snail, right? And it became very hot, and I had this burn on my finger with hot water. Okay, so I remember that I had this blister on my finger. Okay, so I remember that, but the meat was good. The shellfish, no seasoning whatsoever, just grilled, and it became very hot. All right, yeah. So I burned my finger, blister. Okay, I remember that. What year was that? Maybe 1991, 1988. Maybe I was like fifth grade or elementary school. I don't know. It's somewhere there. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. So some random articles in Wikipedia, like microbiology, these beautiful microscopic organisms, pictures. They're very beautiful, right? Yeah. Shellfish, oyster, and then pearl oyster, and that led to this. gemology, study of gems like sapphire, ruby. Okay, very pretty gemstones. Yeah, or some ethology, animal behaviorism study, right? Yeah, there's some random articles in Wikipedia, right? Yeah. So I watched the documentary last night after last night's episode about gorillas. Okay, it was good. Yeah, and Miss Jane Goodall, she was very good scientist. Okay, so she discovered that chimpanzees, they are not herbivores. Gorillas, they are herbivores, but chimpanzees are not herbivores. They are omnivores. That was a big surprise. Probably back in 1970s. Okay, it was quite a surprise. Miss Jane Goodall, she was a good scientist, so she observed chimpanzee behavior, and for the first time, as a Western scientist, she observed that chimpanzees they hunt smaller monkeys, right? So she was a good scientist. Okay. Yeah, nowadays she's more like animal rights activist. Okay, which is cool. Yeah. Yeah. So, couple of days ago, I criticized that Chinese they eat strange animals, but there are some goods and bads in there. Okay, what we oppose in this human rights series is the poaching, illegal hunting. Okay, that's what we disapprove. But because when it comes to animals, okay, we eat animals, right? And some people don't. We respect that, but most of us eat animals. Okay, when it comes to seafood, yeah, you have abalone, shellfish, and sea cucumber. They are all edible. I was in Korea. Okay. Yeah, the abalone, sea cucumber, conch, they are very much edible. If they are well cooked, yeah, they're safe to eat. Okay, because they still have parasites. Right? Yeah. So in Far East Asian culture, China, Korea, Japan, okay, also Taiwan, right? There are good exotic edible seafood like sea cucumber, even some sea urchin, some part of sea urchin, okay, and abalone, right? Conch. Yeah, they are safe to eat as long as it's well cooked. Okay, so yeah, I ate them and they're fantastic. The texture, the taste, they're great. Right. But those practices of eating some consumption of mollusks, mollusks. Okay, it's not very well known in the Western culture. Okay, so I mean, there's something the Westerners can learn from Easterners, right? Yeah, but in China, yeah, they eat some exotic stuff. There are some goods and bads. Okay, what we oppose is illegal hunting, poaching. That's what we oppose. Okay. And when it comes to eating some strange animals, I mean, they can farm them, and they do. Okay, so farming, like agua culture, agriculture in the water, okay, those are good. Okay, so in Canada and America, some Caucasian scientists, they developed this agua culture when it's like kind of like recyclable, like sewage. Yeah, some clams, right? Filter animals, okay. Yeah. I read about it. It was fascinating. Okay. Very environmentally friendly and yeah, that was great. Yeah. Because plants, they need manure. Let's say we'll take 5 minutes break, okay? And we'll talk about some agriculture. Okay. We are taking a break from mathematics, okay? So yeah, we established this alpha algebra with some axioms, okay? Maybe tomorrow. Uh, I think we did enough mathematics for tonight. So we continue this, okay? But we got it. Yeah. Yeah. There's some details to stretch out, all right? Straighten out, okay? But mostly we got it, okay? So it's work in progress, all right? So we continue mathematics tomorrow, right? So yeah. And we'll talk about something else, okay? All right. Yeah, there are a lot to talk about, okay? So So yeah, we put mathematics behind us. Okay, so I kind of thought I should abandon absorption rule, but we're gonna. I felt compelled to resurrect absorption rule. Okay, so in the light of this big O notation. Okay, so yeah, that was the key. Okay, so yeah, we continue this tomorrow. Okay, so absorption rule. Yeah, we talked about this about like year ago, something like that. Okay. All right. So biology. Let's talk about biology. All right. So it's about circulation of life, circulation of elements, like carbon cycle. Okay. So we are human beings, like animals. Yeah, we go to bathroom. There's what's called effluent, like human waste, right? Yeah, sewage, right? We go to bathroom and flush it all down. Feces, body liquid, or whatever. Okay, so there's some sewage. Okay, yeah, wastewater, right? Yeah, what's it called in American language? English, cesspool, cesspool, right? Yeah, but clams that we eat, mussels, clams, they're filtering organisms. All right, we eat them. Okay, yeah, filtering organism in rivers or ocean, clams. So when we eat clams, mussels, right, clam chowder, whatever, okay, they convert all these debris, wastes. They're like bottom dwellers, bottom feeders, right? Clams, shellfish, right? I mean, we eat them, right? But they eat our waste, filtering organisms, right? So Bible forbid eating those bottom feeders like shrimps, lobsters, shellfish, okay, clams. Because Bible is kind of anal, okay? They categorize those bottom feeders in the ocean as unclean, unfit to human consumption, okay? But nowadays we eat them anyway, okay? And the New Testament, same Paul, he kind of repealed that law in Old Testament. He said anything that people sell in the supermarket, marketplace, it's okay to eat them. Okay, that's what Saint Paul said in the New Testament. I know Bible inside and out, okay, like back on my hands. Okay, so with plants back in the days in Korea and other parts of the world when they do agriculture to raise, grow these plants for human consumption, like rice, wheat, beans. Okay, what they used to use as a manure, as a compost, is human waste, feces, urine, whatever. Okay, yeah, there's some problem there because some diseases, pathogens, parasites, right? Yeah, the world of parasites is very fascinating story. Okay, so I did look at some of that, right, a couple of days ago in my spare time. Yeah. So microorganisms, like we are talking about, like this amoeba. Some amoeba have shells. They're very beautiful. Microorganisms, single cell. protozoa, right? Beautiful. Some amoeba have shells, microscopic shell. Okay. Some other amoeba species they don't have any shells, so they microbiologists they call them naked amoebas. Some amoebas are very dangerous. They eat human brains. Okay. About a couple of years ago, I read some news article about that. Okay, so yeah, they can be dangerous. But some amoeba eat bacteria. Okay, like bacteriophage, where there's virus. But some amoeba, their main staple diet is bacteria. Okay, so which is very interesting. So the idea is this: plants they need animal feces, right? Yeah, some in the forest out there in the nature. Yeah, plants like trees, grasses, bush, shrubs, they eat animal feces, tree roots, animal roots, okay? And they bear fruits. It's like kind of filtration, right? And conversion. But it's same elements, atoms. How many of them are there? Like less than 200, right? Atoms. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, or helium, or iron, potassium, calcium. They're just atomic level, okay? So animal feces, they smell bad because evolutionarily speaking, we are talking about biology, okay? Evolutionarily speaking, yeah, animal feces, it contains some bad germs, pathogens, parasites, okay? But plants, they eat animal feces and urine. They convert into flowers, leaves, and fruits that animals can eat. It's the circulation of elements. Okay. And biologists, they know that. Okay. So there was this very revolutionary technique. Okay. It's agriculture. All right. So they have this farm in the coastal area. Sometimes it's the inland, all right. Some seawater, so you have mollusk like shellfish, clams, and you have fish too, shrimps, lobsters, whatever. Okay. So when shrimps and lobsters and fish, when they defecate, those feces and urines get recycled by mollusk like clams. Maybe it's zebra clams or whatever other clams. Okay. It's like mini universe, microcosmos. Okay, they experimented with that. I think it was in Canada, America. Okay, and there was very interesting article that I read a couple of days ago in Wikipedia. Okay, so yeah, Wikipedia. I think they're doing fine job. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of liberalistic a little bit. Okay, but hey, they're doing fine job. Okay, mostly. Some other times, yeah, they make mistakes. People are people. Okay, so. But mostly 99% of the time, I think they're doing a great job. Okay, so yeah. So in this aqua farm, aqua agriculture, aquaculture, okay, they have seaweed, mollusk, and some sea fish, and bottom feeders like shrimps, lobsters, clams, right? And they can sell them all. They are all edible, fit for human consumption. That was very impressive. Yes. Yeah. Yes, this aquaculture farming in seawater is China, Korea, Japan, Taiwan. Okay, so yeah, it's been going on back in from 1960s. That's what I remember. Okay, so Abalone in Korean word, jumbo, right? Sea cucumber in Korean pronunciation is 해삼. 해 means sea, ocean. 삼 means ginseng. So 해삼, oceanic ginseng, the ginseng of the sea. Okay, so they taste great. The texture and the nutrients. 해삼, sea cucumber, edible sea cucumber. Okay. I had that in Korea. Okay, when I was like teenager. Okay, also child, preteen. They're fantastic. Okay, so yeah, and they farm them. Sea cucumbers. I think they do. Okay, yeah, yeah. And also Chombo, Abalone, right? Yeah. I bet there are some conch farm, sea snail. I'm sure there are some farms about that. Mostly they are herbivores and bottom feeders, filter animals. Okay, it's relatively easy to farm them. Okay, they are not carnivores. Okay, carnivores, yeah, uh, probably they are more expensive to farm because they eat other animals, right? But when it comes to bottom feeders, like in plant world, like fungi, mushrooms, okay. Yeah, they farm mushrooms. They farm plants, right? It's easier to farm. Animal world, herbivores, they're easier to farm. Cows, goats, sheep, horses, oxen, deer, right? Yeah, they're easier to farm, okay. But they eat plants. They eat also dead plants too. Hay, haystack, right? Yeah. Carnivores, they are more expensive to farm. Okay, but they eat animals. Omnivores, yeah, you can still farm them, like bears, Alaskan grizzly bears. Okay, you can farm them. Okay, yeah, they eat anything. Okay, they eat anything. All right. So if rotten meat, yeah, they eat it. They don't get sick. All right. Yeah, but strictly carnivores, you can farm them, but it will be more expensive. How to farm tigers, lions? It will be more expensive to farm them. But those higher animals, you have plants, herbivores, and carnivores, right? It gets more expensive, but they become kind of more beautiful. Yeah, tiger with all these stripes, right? And then lions with all this mane, fang, okay. It get more expensive to farm them, but we are able to farm them, okay. We just need it will be more expensive to farm them, okay. But because they are very beautiful, tigers and lions, okay, they have higher commercial value in film industry or when they are young as a pet, okay. Yeah. You train them, put in a circus, whatever, okay. It will generate more revenue, okay. So higher cost to farm carnivores will be justified and compensated by higher revenue, money coming in. Okay, so I think it's worthwhile to explore that possibility. Okay. I expressed this idea last year when I was running for Alaska State Senate. Okay. Yeah, some people liked that idea. Some people did not like that idea. Take it or leave it. Okay. So, we're just presenting brand new ideas here. Okay. Okay. We take 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm getting way too drunk. Okay. So we we may have to wrap this up real soon. Okay. So we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. All right. Give me 5 minutes. Okay. All right. So biology, yeah, it's very mysterious. It's very magical. All right. So I mean, even vegans and vegetarians, they eat plants, right? What do plants eat? Yeah, animal feces and animal urines. They need that out there in the wild. Let's say deer or bison, cows, just out there in the wild. Deer, bison, moose. Yeah, they eat plants. They are vegetarians. Okay, they eat plants, tree bricks, spring leaves. During the winter, they munch on tree bricks like rabbits. Okay, yeah, cows, horses. When you see them in the farm, they're always eating. Okay, they eat plants, live plants in the summer, but in the winter they eat dead plants. Haystack, right? Yeah, with the color there, but not too much. Okay, plants, dead plants, they don't have that much calorie. Okay, so they spend their waking hours eating and eating and eating, and they defecate and urinate. But plants, they love feces and urines. Okay, it has a lot of minerals and some nitrogens and potassium. Okay, so plants absorb them in their tree roots or bush, grass, whatever. Okay, it's recycling circulation of elements. Okay, plants they filter it, right? Kind of blood-brain barrier. Okay, some amoeba species, naked amoeba, amorphous, without any shells. Okay, they got into human brain across blood-brain barrier, and I read this article a couple of days ago. Okay, scientists didn't quite figure out yet how this amoeba bacteria, mostly bacteria eating amoeba, go across this blood-brain barrier in human body. They didn't quite figure it out yet. Okay, so that was interesting. Okay, so anyway, yeah, plants. Is it always safe? Is it always safe to eat? No, no. Sometimes you have to boil it, change the waters. Yeah, like farms, they have tannin, which can be toxic. Okay, yeah. Switch out the water a couple of times, right? Yeah. But some plants are edible raw as long as you wash it, right? Salad. Yeah. But plants, they eat animal feces, urines, okay? But they convert those elements into edible forms. This circulation of life, circle of life, okay? Circulation of elements, okay? In biology, okay? Yeah. Deer, moose, cows, goat, sheep, they are herbivores, they are vegetarians, okay? They eat plants, and plants eat their feces and urines, okay? So when I was in South Korea back in 1990s, middle school, high school, okay, there was this joke, science joke, okay? There was this one obscure scientist. He had this plant, a tree maybe, edible fruit bearing tree, okay? So he would enjoy, maybe he was vegetarian, okay? Enjoy harvesting these fruits of this tree in due season, maybe in the fall, okay? So does he grow this tree? Edible fruit bearing tree. Yeah, he will go to bathroom. He doesn't quite flush it. He collect his own feces, his own urine, and then make it to a compost manure and feed into this tree. And this tree would convert his this crazy South Korean scientists' feces and urine that he collect and feed back to this tree, and this tree would absorb it and convert it, transform it to consumable, edible fruits like tomato or apple, orange, whatever. Okay. So he would eat that. He's a vegetarian scientist. He would eat, go to bathroom, collect his feces, urine, and feed it right back to this tree, fruit-bearing orchard plants. Yeah, that's like against this cardinal cycle, this second law of thermodynamics. Okay, that was the joke. Okay, so he and this tree live forever, live forever and ever after, happily ever after. Okay, so that was a joke. Okay, back in the 1990s in South Korea. Okay. And so atoms, there are like less than 200 of them. Yeah, this biology. Okay. Yeah. But we have to guard against all these parasites and pathogens. Solution, yeah, boil them. Okay, hit them up. Yeah, there's fire. Okay, it's high temperature. This three-dimensional protein folding structure it get deformed in high temperature, right? So yeah, in Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, right? Filipinos, Vietnamese, Thai people. Okay, they eat uh in Korean word 정갈. Okay, so scorpions. Okay, they fry it in high temperature, deep fry in the oil, heated oil, which is more than water boiling temperature. Okay, and all these toxins in the scorpions, right, is no longer harmful, no longer poisonous. Why this poisonous protein toxin it get deformed in three-dimensional protein structure. Okay, so it's no longer harmful after it got deep fried in this heating heated oil, right? So yeah, they don't take that out. I was quite impressed and surprised. Okay, when they cook scorpions, they don't take out this fang tail of the scorpion. Okay, they just fry it, deep fry it, and the poison there is no longer functional because three-dimensional protein structure is deformed. So it's no longer harmful. It's rendered harmless. Okay. Yeah. In Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, they deep fry this in hot oil, edible oil. Okay, these scorpions, and they eat it as a whole. Yeah. I never had that before, but it's in my list of things that I would like to try. Yeah, you have some piece of meat or vegetables. There's some microbes, amoeba or bacteria. Okay, you microwave it or you cook it in the stove, boil it, high temperature, right? Yeah, all these bacteria, virus, germs, amoeba, they will die. Maybe some of them have some poison. Okay, this protein, toxic protein, it get deformed. Okay, it's no longer functional. It get dissolved into elements, edible elements, and we eat them. Okay, so that's why. Human beings, we evolved to cook in fire. Poisons, they get three-dimensional structure. It get deformed. It's no longer functional. Poison, okay. They become elements, proteins, carbs, whatever. Right? Yeah. You boil it, cook it in the microwave, in the stove, right? In the fire, okay. Heat energy, yeah. So it renders harmless, okay. You can eat it. Even the scorpion fang, you fry it hot temperature, okay, yeah, protein, poison, deformed, rendered harmless. Okay, so, yeah, Filipinos, Thai, Vietnamese, they learned that hundreds of years ago. Yeah, but at the same time, vitamin C, vitamin D, or vitamin B, whatever. Yeah, we do need fresh vegetables, okay, because vitamins they get destroyed in hot temperature. Okay, so we need salad, vegetables, fruits. Okay? We just need to wash them very well because they can contain some bacteria, virus, or amoeba, brain-eating amoeba, or some bad germs, pathogens. Okay, but we cannot 100% wash them, right? So what should we do then? Diet, exercise. Have a health body, diet, exercise. Keep your immune system very strong, okay? Diet, exercise. Yeah, hit the gym, go to gym, right? Or you can do home exercises, push-ups, sit-ups, calisthenics, right? Or go out there, run, right? Yeah, make heart pumping, blood pumping, okay? Breathe in, breathe out, fresh oxygen, right? Yeah, to make your immune system strong and healthy. Learn martial arts, dancing, joints, muscles, tendons, okay? Make it stronger, right? Yeah. Then when all these pathogens come, yeah, your immune system is very healthy and strong, okay? It's like army, okay? You will fight them off, right? Okay? Alright. Happy Thursday night, okay? Yeah, I'm too drunk to continue, okay? We get back to mathematics tomorrow, alright? I got some good ideas about axiom set of this alpha algebra, okay? I have to work this out, okay? So in my spare time. If I wake up early tomorrow morning, yeah, I just turn on the light and scribble down with like in my notebook on my bed, pencil and paper, old school style, okay? Yeah, we'll figure this out, okay? Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you. Good night. Have a great day. Okay. All right. God bless you for generations to come. Okay. All right.